and my sister died when she was a child, and we somehow merged. I don't think there was a day in all these years that we didn't talk to each other on the phone or visit each other because she was upstairs and I was downstairs. Marge was fun, and she was kind, very kind. When I had company, it was her company. And actually, my cousin and her merged too, and my cousin was a walker, and my cousin was a talker, and Margie was a walker and a talker. So when I wanted to read a book, she would take my cousin away, over the mall, over to the pool, walk, 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 and they'd give me an hour, a little bit of peace. And, she also was involved. She was involved, of course, in the ladies' group. She was involved in bingo. She liked to be busy. She adored her children and grandchildren and was very proud of her children. And everything was great until her eyes started to go, and most of you are aware of that. And she realized she couldn't do the things that she loved to do. And she became quieter and tried harder. And even if she couldn't see very well, she'd make an effort and go to bingo, use the bigger cards. And also the ladies group, she gave up making coffee, and she hated that. She didn't want anybody else to have that responsibility, but she didn't have a choice. And then, of course, later she deteriorated further and had to have hospice and had to go into the nursing home. Now, while she was over there, I visited pretty much every day, and she never, ever complained. I don't know why. All the other patients were complaining a lot. She had this woman in the room with her that was constant complaining.
Kiss my grits.
She just never did it. And she did everything the nurses asked from her. It was difficult. It was difficult for her family, and it was difficult for her friends. But I don't want to dwell on that too much, but I want to tell you something about 3 days before she died. I was visiting her, and I was not aware that she was aware. In fact, I was pretty sure she wasn't aware, so I accidentally sat on her boombox, which was on the only chair there, and all of a sudden, Andre Roux started to play the waltzes, and I was shocked. And so I said to her pretty loudly, "Margie, can you hear the music at all?" And she took her hand from under her blanket and directed the music. So I'm sure right now she's directing the angels on how to do the waltzes.
Oh, that was nice. Oh, Mary's gonna. Is it okay to video these people?
Well, for those of you who don't know me, which aren't too many in here, a dozen, I'm Mary Palmer, and Marge was one door away from us. And when we moved in, she was one of the first people to come and greet us and welcome us and so on. And I think from that time on, we were the best of friends. I always had to walk past her window when I would be going over to go down the elevator. And I always checked on her because I knew when her blinds were turned that she was up. And on many mornings, when I would go like down to do the laundry, on my way back up, she'd be watching for me, and she'd go like this, "Come on in and have a cup of coffee." Well, if you knew Marge and her coffee, she loved strong coffee. And the longer it sat there in the morning, the stronger it would get. And I'd say, "Marge, I've already had some, just give me a half." But we would enjoy our coffee together. She was a very caring person, as we all know. When I got involved with the Sojourn Bear group, and those of you who are from Seminole Gardens, you know we do not have an abundance of storage area. But she offered her porch except when her daughter came and she said, you'll have to kind of clean it up a little bit by then. But she was my warehouse person. And I could go in and when she wasn't there, or if I needed to pick up things, supplies, and so on. And she loved to do crafts and handwork and knitting. And as her eyes got worse, she said, I think I could do those hats that you make for oncology patients. So I got her the pattern and we got started, and I never kept track, but I believe she's probably made somewhere between 70 and 80 hats for us through the last few years. And as her eyes got worse, well, first of all, she only made one size because she had memorized that pattern, and she could count them on the stitches, on the needle. And every once in a while, she realized she was short a stitch or two, and either myself or Marie Williams, she would go to one of us and ask if we could help her pick up that stitch. And we'd tell her, well, we don't see it on the floor, you know. But yes, and she really enjoyed doing things for other people. And when we went north, she was our person who checked our apartment all the time. And she'd call me from time to time and say this and that about the apartment and about the building and so on. She enjoyed doing that, I think, for us. At least I hope she did. But last year, I do have to tell you this, our shower door disintegrated. She went in to check and it just was down on the floor. And she was going to clean that up. But she called, and I don't know whether she called or Betty Wilson happened to be coming up. But Betty and Phyllis came up and said to her, she said, I'm going to clean this up. Well, you know, at that point, she could not see to have done anything like that. So Betty said, no, you go on, and they cleaned it up. But she called me, she was just so upset about this happening. When she was checking, I said, Marge, it would have happened whether we were there or not. But anyway, we have very many great memories of her. And I think the family, I think I really know all of you because she talked so much about you and she was so proud of all of you. I'm really glad that we can be here